So today's DIY is going to be this shadow box, and it could be a everyday motivational piece on your wall or a Valentine's Day present. This one is already my daughter's because she came and she took it. But I hope you guys stick around, watch all the way to the end. If I talk too much, I apologize for those of you that have trouble concentrating. However, I do have other subscribers that do like getting instructions on how to do step by step. So I am glad that if you do have trouble concentrating, you have stuck around. I appreciate you just as much as those that stick around otherwise. Have a blessed day. Let's get started. Supplies you will be needing for this DIY will be two Dollar Tree mirrors. These are 8 by 10. Two Dollar Tree picture frames, also 8 by 10. Gift bags from the Dollar Tree, holographic would be best. Some of these wall decals. Some beads of your choosing. Some bling wrap. Some pretty ribbon. Some batteries for your LED lights. These I've used before, but I might use them again, or new ones. A ruler, a hot glue gun, an X-Acto knife or eraser, and a nice pair of scissors. Some foam board in black or white, it doesn't matter because we're going to be covering it up. Additional supplies you will need will be a pen to write with and one of these things or something that you can pull these little tabs off of the frame because we won't be needing them. So once I'm done doing this with both of the frames, I will come back. Once we've taken all of these out of the picture frames, we're going to take the mirror ones, we're going to take it apart. This one, we're going to leave these on because we're going to put the mirror back on, but we're going to take it into the next room. And I forgot to mention, if you wanted a different color, you can get spray paint. I wanted a different color. I'm going to paint them silver, and for that reason I'm going to paint them. I'm taking the picture frame, I'm measuring it with the pen, I'm using the ruler, and I am going to cut 4 of this length, 1 for each side of each mirror, and then the top and bottom for each mirror. Once I'm done cutting these out, the length of the ruler, I will be back. And this is how I cut the foam board with the razor. And as you can see, I have a glass underneath. And I hold the ruler down firmly. And it comes right out. So this is what I'm doing. I've glued the foam board to the frame. And now I'm taking Mod Podge and I am putting it in there. And I'm covering the imperfections as much as I can. I'm taking these lights that I bought at the Dollar Tree. They have the little hearts. I'm substituting them for the translucent ones that I have. But I'm going to take the hearts, and once I'm done stringing this around the entire frame, I'm going to use these hearts on one of the on one of the picture things, wall art. But just so you guys know what I'm doing, this is how I'm stringing them, and I pull on them. This frame is kind of big, so I might have to use two. I'm not using two, however. You might want to use two. I'm using only one. But I'm pulling on them, and once I know exactly where the light is going to be at, I'm going to come on the inside and making sure that I don't poke myself or mess up. I'm going to make sure that they're all strung evenly, and that's all you need to do. I hope that I didn't just block that with my head. Then that's what you do. Once I'm done, there's glitter everywhere, but once I'm done doing this, I will come back and show you the next step. I'm taking my mirror, okay? I'm making sure that it doesn't have any streaks on it, and it's clean, completely and streakless. Okay, now I took my wall decal and it comes like this, but I'm going to alter it by cutting it out. And because it has clear plastic, I can do this by using scissors. And so if you put it to the light, you'll be able to see what you're cutting out. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Now, the way I'm doing this, see that? Now, if there's something that I don't like, any little corners or whatever, I will cut it out now. Okay. And you have to be careful because you don't want too many fingerprints on this. Now I'm putting this at the top of the mirror. Okay, keeping in mind that I have to leave an edge because the frame is going to be. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to start it off and lay it down so it doesn't have, so that it has the least bubbles, air bubbles in it as possible. But there's a little bit of fingerprints. Don't worry too much about that. So I've arranged them like that, and since I know how I did that, so that I know how it's going to look, I wanted to see how it's going to look. Then I'm just going to peel them and arrange them on the glass the way that I had them. Always keeping in mind that I want the least air bubbles possible. Everything I've done to this point is fairly easy. I took some of this bead and string type wire. It's kind of rubbery. I think you should use the nylon thing, like what is used to fish with. Anyway, I use this, but if you cut a piece and you tie it, and while you're holding it, you put a dab of hot glue and you hold it in place, it will stick. Then I took the end of this wire and I filled this part that I took the hearts off of the LED lights. I filled that in with a little bit of hot glue. Then I put the end of the wire in there and I held it for a couple of minutes. that's how I did that. Then I took these stickers that I don't remember exactly where I bought them. I always buy things on clearance or on sale. I took a sticker and I put a dab of hot glue there, and then I put one on the other side. And then I put a dab of hot glue on the back of the sticker. I put the nylon wiring or whatever it is in the middle, and then I put another sticker on top and I held it in place. That's how I accomplished that. Now this is the mat that came inside the picture frame. I'm going to take this mat, I'm going to put it to the side. I'm going to take the gift back and I'm going to deconstruct it by cutting it. I'm going to use the side that doesn't have a crease on it. There is a side that doesn't have a crease, and there's a side that has the crease. I'm using the side that doesn't have the crease. I'm going to cut it out in the shape that it comes of the bag. Once my gift bag is cut out in the shape of that frame mat, I am taking the ribbon, this ribbon, and I've cut those two pieces already, and I'm going to put them in the back of that holographic gift bag frame that I made. And this part, it's going to go inside the frame, but because the mirror is going to reflect it, who's ever standing in front of the frame will be able to see this and see the holographic gift bag. So in order for it to look like it's going around in a even sequence, I am trying to cut the corners to where it would look like either the hearts meet or the hot glue gun. I am going to put a little bit of hot glue back there on the ribbon, and I am going to take it and making sure that I align it correctly. I'm going to put it there. I am going to lift up the ribbon, and I'm going to continue to add little bit amounts of hot glue and put it down as straight as possible. I'm going to continue to do that all the way around, and I'll come back and show you guys how that looks when I'm done. I'm going to take a glue stick, and I'm going to use a generous amount, and I mean generous, but you have to be quick with this. So I suggest that, and careful, because if you are not careful, the gift bag is going to get messed up. So the glue goes on purple, but once it dries, it turns white. So you have to try and do that before it turns white. So do it in sections, okay? So I did that part. And I'm doing it in sections. And even if the gift bag is not cut straight, and if you see imperfections, once they're glued together, you can fix that. Just as long as they're good on one side, that means that the other one was not cut completely straight. But because I used the one that had the crease, maybe that's what's going on. So I'm going to lift this up like this, and I'm going to continue to add the glue stick here and put it together. Once I'm done, I should have the holographic gift bag on both sides. And then this side I'm going to glue inside that frame, and then the mirror is gonna go against the other frame, and this will be on the inside, and this will be what you would see on the outside. So I'll come back and show you how that looks like. In there, I've put these clear Dollar Tree ones. I've put some of these diamond fillers from Michael's, and these red Dollar Tree ones. And I like how it looks. Now remember, this is a shadow box, and that's what makes it fun, putting stuff in a shadow box. So I'm going to use the E6000 first, and I'm going to put it there. So I glued the frame and I used the hot glue after I used the E6000. Now I'm going to start gluing the diamond wrap around here. And once I'm done gluing the diamond wrap all the way around to cover all of those imperfections, I will come back and show you the finished DIY. And this is how I'm putting the bling wrap on. And if you work quickly, it will cooperate with you. Now I just gotta do the sides and I will be done and be right back to you. When you're trying to glue the bling wrap on here, when you come to the wire, the bling wrap has that mesh that you could just cut. So cut on where the mesh is at and glue around the wire. See, these are in there, so you don't have to worry about that. But when the wire is out like this, cut the mesh a little bit without cutting the wire, and then just hot glue it all the way around. I'm trying to come up with a creative way of hiding the battery pack. Now I'm standing this up, and the battery pack would be up here, right? So I have these roses from a previous craft, and I'm going to place them up here, and I'm going to have to hot glue them to cover up this battery pack. But since it's two of them, I'm going to move the greenery around, and I'm going to place them so that the flowers cover up the battery pack. So after that, I will come back and show you the entire finished DIY. So here it is, guys, the finished DIY. I put a bow up there, little foam hearts, the flowers covering up the battery pack. I am in love. The love decals, I put rhinestones on them and a little heart in the O. I covered it up with bling wrap. So I hope you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more DIY.